Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you would like to know the price, simply click on the link in the description below. If you enjoy our videos, we'd greatly appreciate it if you would buy a watch at JazzTime.com. Which is why I'm making this video on a Saturday afternoon while you're sitting at home watching in the comfort of your own home and deciding whether or not you want to buy these really expensive Rolex watches. So let's dive right in. I'm going to be comparing the Rolex Datejust 31 reference 278273 Champagne Diamond Dial on Jubilee versus the Rolex Datejust 36 reference 126233 on Silver Jubilee Diamond Dial with the Jubilee bracelet. I'm going to compare the cases, the bezels, the dial, the movement, the bracelet, and then I'm going to try them both on and give you my thoughts. Okay, let's dive right in. Well, the reason why we're doing this one is because it's such a common comparison. People want to know the difference between the Datejust 31 and the Datejust 36, specifically women. Women are deciding between medium and large. Which one should they go with? Small, medium, or large? Well, they don't really know. Well, that's why they YouTube, and that's also why they come to Jazz Time to buy the watch, because we're very knowledgeable, and also we have the product. And if you click on the link in the description below, you can actually buy one after you watch this video. Or you can call, and you will probably speak to one of us, or maybe even me. Okay, so let's talk about this Datejust 31 right here. I told you I would compare the cases. Now the case on this Datejust 31 is from my thumb to my index finger, 31 millimeters, as the name suggests. The case on this 36 millimeter is 36 millimeter, as I suggested. They're both oyster cases. They're both using oyster steel and yellow gold. They both have the same style case, and in terms of proportion, they're the same. And if you look at the lugs, which I'm about to show you right now, you'll notice that proportionally they're the same. Obviously, one bigger than the other. The lugs are where the bracelet connects with the head. Okay, and they're both monoblock middle cases with a screw down case back and winding crown. Only difference is one is 31 millimeters and one is 36. And you might think that's not very big difference, but held side by side, obviously one looks much larger. And if you think 5 millimeters, it's actually almost like a 20% difference in terms of size. And you can see that very clearly when they're right next to each other. So don't think that 5 millimeters is nothing. No, it absolutely is something, a medium and large. Okay, so that's for the case. Basically, the case is the same, just one larger and smaller. Let's move on to the bezel. The bezel is using a fluted bezel, 18 karat, on both of them, and then they actually have the same proportions. So not much changed there either. Now on the Datejust 31, you can look at, or moving on to the dial now. Now these aren't not the same dial, obviously, but they are proportionally very similar. If you look at the Datejust 31, it's got 10 diamonds around, and on the Datejust 36 is also 10 diamonds around. Now they do make them in different dial configurations, of which you should go to jazztime.com, JAZTIME.com, to take a look at the different variations. But to suffice it to say, basically the diamond dials, it adds on a little bit of a premium, and it actually looks much nicer. The only drawback I can say to diamond dial is that, take a look at this. This is what it looks like at night. Actually, what happens is you can't really see it. So that's kind of a drawback of diamonds. But you know, who uses these watches to tell time anyways, right? If you wear a Rolex, whenever you arrive, that's the time. So basically the dial, I wouldn't say they're that much different. One obviously 31 and one is 36. Now, both of these are updated models. You know, Rolex has updated the Datejust 31, I think, in 2018, and they also updated the Datejust 36 in around 18. So the next part, like if you had looked at the old Datejust 31s, they had fatter lugs. If you looked at the old Datejust 36, they also had fatter lugs. But now it's been slimmed down, so they're proportionally thinner. And actually, this is the new Datejust 31, this is the new Datejust 36, so they have that newer, slimmer case. Okay, now let's move on to the movement. Now the movement, of course, is different. It's not the same movement. The movement in the Datejust 31 is a caliber 2236. I believe before it used to be a 2235, and it has a precision of plus minus 2 seconds in it and a power reserve of 55 hours. But you know, it really doesn't really matter too much because you can't see the movement anyways. On the Datejust 36, it's a I think it's a 3325 movement, or 3235 with a precision of plus minus 2 seconds a day and a power reserve of 70 hours. Basically, the difference is that the 31 millimeter has a 50 hour power reserve, and the Datejust 36 has a 70 hour reserve, a 15-hour difference. I don't really think that makes much of a difference, and you know what? You can't see the movement anyways, and they're both the same, have the same precision of plus minus 2 seconds a day. So I just don't think that should be playing much of a factor in your buying decision. Now let's move on to the bracelet, which this might have a impact on your buying decision. Now both of them are using Jubilees, which is why I brought them both in here. In fact, they're both selling to customers today, so I got to work fast on this video before they come and pick it up. If you look at the bracelets, this is where it differs. Now, obviously, the 31 millimeter on the left, it's skinnier. Well, because it's 31, it has to proportionally have a thinner bracelet. But what else do you notice? Well, both of our Jubilee, both are 5-piece link across. Both of them use yellow Rolex ore combination, oyster steel and yellow gold. But the Datejust 31 has what's called a concealed folding crown clasp. What does that mean? Well, you don't see the buckle on this Datejust 36. It's concealed, hence the name concealed folding crown clasp. However, on the Datejust, you have this bigger one, which is actually using a Datejust buckle, and it's called a folding oyster clasp, and it has an easy link 5 millimeter comfort extension. Now, on the Datejust 31, there is no extension. That means it's sized this way. It has no other secondary sizing, and it has a concealed crown clasp. However, on the Datejust 36, you can actually open it here, and then you could adjust another 5 millimeters, which is kind of a benefit of this larger watch. You can make it smaller or larger 5 millimeters, which is kind of comes in handy because sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's cold, and your wrist expands. Hence, they made this. I don't know why they didn't do it on this concealed crown clasp, but I guess just physically it's not possible because, as you see, there's nowhere to do that. And these Datejust 36, this is the older versions, 116233. This is a 126233. It actually had the concealed crown clasp. Rolex did away with it for whatever reason. Don't know. Perhaps it was because it's not adjustable. I'm not really sure. I'm not Rolex. But I can tell you, I think it looks better with this folding oyster clasp. It makes it look a little bit more symmetrical. Okay, so anyhow, that's the difference. If you look at the bracelets, not a whole lot different, but if I had to say, it really comes down to size. Yes, size does matter. So if you want a smaller size, something that might fit your wrist more comfortably, you need to go with the Datejust 31. Now, I'm a man, but I'm going to try this on anyways. So to give you guys, you girls, an idea of what it might look. If you want a smaller, lighter watch, you need to go with the Datejust 31, obviously. And if you don't mind to have a larger watch, then that would be the Datejust 36. And seen side by side, okay, one's smaller, one's larger. It depends on you. If I was a woman and I was not very big, or I didn't have a very big wrist, I should say, then I probably would go with the Datejust 31. If I was a woman and I had larger bones, or I liked larger watches, I would probably go with the Datejust 36. It really depends on you. That's why I'm making these videos, but I'm not making these videos so that you can watch it and go somewhere else and buy it. No, I'm making this video so you can go to my online store, Jazztime, JAZTIME.com. Click on the link in the description below, and please, if you're gonna buy this watch, buy it from us. It helps us support, it helps us make these videos, and it helps me have a job sitting here on Saturday afternoon making these videos for you.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in Jazztime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.